Yes.
Shall we start?
Yes.
Hello. Vaidesh, shall we start?
So shall we start? Or...
Yes, start.
Oh, okay, fine.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, Gaurav, you start.
Yes, we can.
Good evening, everybody. welcome Mr. Rex Prakash to this team of Sampoorna Shiksha for carry of digital marketing carried out by GAURAV VISHWA. GAURAV, you can take over from here.
Yeah, no, today class is from Rex sir. He is from Dubai. Now he's taking master class for today, and the topic is branding and graphics. So you can see on the screen, guys. So Rex are going to start. So please don't annoy during the class. It's a request from all of you. Now Rexa, you can start the class.
Thank you very much, Gaurav. Thank you, Sampoorna Shiksha team, for giving this opportunity. Okay. I'm just going to start with. I'm going to start with. One second. I'm going to start with a video. All right. After this video, we can proceed. All right.
Rexa, can you please hold on 1 second? Just hold the video.
Yes.
The children are annotating in spite of giving so much instructions. There are some marks made on the screen. You need to remove that and stop that function first, and then we go on.
Sure.
Kindly, participants, please don't do that. Did you find the option to off the annotation? You can stop sharing the screen. Gaurav will do it.
Can I stop sharing the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Gaurav, please do the setting. Gaurav?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Yes, sir. So you can again start sharing the screen.
Okay.
Please, participants, is an humble request. Kindly do not annotate. Whatever issues you have, please write it in the chat box. Yes.
Okay. So you all saw something. Let's don't worry. It was a bit fast. That's what we are going to talk about today. Okay. I think. Okay. So I just want to request a few of you to unmute your mic and say what do you know about what do you think branding is in your own opinion. Just want to hear from you. Can someone unmute your mic and say? Anyone? Gaurav, can someone can say something?
Student, if you want to raise your hand, then I can unmute you. So please raise your hand from going to participant window.
Or should I just continue? At the end, we can look at it as a Q&A session, yeah? Shall we do that?
Yes, sir, continue.
Okay, fine. Okay, you can see something here, okay? Various things, what is used in any company, okay? Like a brochure, letterhead, CD, mug, envelope, it can be a pen, a lanyard, whatever it is, okay? So, but one thing you can notice here, everything has got same uniform look, okay? Same color is used, logos are used in the same fashion, and same font is used, same structuring is used, okay? Branding is nothing but this much in application side, okay? But there is something beyond that, okay? That's what you saw in the video, but maybe you could have it was a bit immersed in the fast video, okay? The trust building is what the whole thing is all about, Okay, when you talk about some big brand like Tata Motors, okay, when you and there are so many players in the same industry, okay. So when you talk about someone like Tata or Reliance or something big, you always get a confidence that the parts used in the whatever it is, genuine, and they will be durable, and because the company is a long serving company, and they have got enough force behind them, they definitely could have done lots of research before making this product. So and they will be worried about their product more than making money. Okay, so all these comes into your mind psychologically. Yeah, so we just trust the company, trust the brand. Okay, so this branding is actually, branding is that, but for new companies, okay, if you all of you have gone through a nice course through Gaurav, he taught you everything, Gmail, Facebook advertisement, everything. So now you are ready for to become an entrepreneur, or start your own company sometime later or now, or you can help your parents or someone in your family who is running your some other office or company, or small business. Okay, but so how whatever they are doing can become a brand. Okay, this is the first step you can take. Okay, like the application side, uh, to make it consistent, look as a brand by itself. Okay, so if you now, with this mindset, if you look at Reliance or Tata or any big brands around you, you will understand the logo, how they place in a bus or truck, whatever they make. Okay, it will be consistent for so many years. Okay, it's same size, same finish, they won't change anything. Okay, that's how they register their brand in people's mind. Okay, so this is all about branding. Now we are seeing something here. Okay, actually normally I do this as interactive session. Anyway, I want to ask someone what this is. Okay, I will go ahead. Okay, this is anyone, most of you might be knowing McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's is a retail fast food chain in the world, biggest one among the biggest. Okay, when you see this, no, so many things comes to your mind, like they have very quality product with them, and their French fries are good. So many things comes into our mind. Okay, so it's an emotion getting connected. Okay, if you wear a Nike shoe or any Paragon chapel, what any brand, you have a connection with the brand. Okay, that is, emotion is there between you and the brand. That's what you need to establish. Okay, so basically there are four elements, key elements, okay, to build the brand. One is authenticity. Okay, what we spoke now, like definitely depend believe, okay, this company have could have done enough research before building this product. Okay, so that is the value the brand brings in. Okay, the second one is relevancy. Okay, when you create a logo, okay, you guys are going to create different logos now in future. Okay, so always your logo should have some kind of relevance to the core elements in the business. Okay, let's take McDonald's as an example. French fries is one among their core elements. Okay, so they have got that element into it. Okay, so some kind of relevance should be always there. No, that automatically brings promise to the customers. Okay, this company knows what they are doing. Okay, what they are bringing, giving to the clients. Okay, the next one is consistency. Okay, of course, this is again depending on the it's relevant to the business itself. Consistent, you need to be always consistent in delivering your products. So that comes in that's indirectly building trust. Okay, and leadership commitment, you always stand for your quality and those kind of things. So that brings leadership in the industry. Okay, you will lead the industry. Okay, now the let's start with the most important thing, logo. Okay, how to create new logos. Okay, we are going to talk about new logos. Okay, I just took this Future Intelligence Club as an example. Okay, you can see something here. I have written down clear and minimum space. Okay, this has to be maintained always whenever you are creating any logo. Actually, you can here what I have done. The circle what you are seeing at the left side of the logo, in 25% of that circle, I am considering on all the four sides to be free all the time. So I will not allow anyone to use keep any text or any image or anything coming closer to my logo. Okay, that is so important because logo is like a religion for us, for the company. So you have to be very strict about this. Okay, so what you must be wondering, okay, if I note this down somewhere, how this is going to be told to others. Okay, I'll tell you one example. I'm okay, your company is in India. Your company is doing some project in, say, US, America. Okay, their creative team, graphic designers, are sitting and creating some brochure for you. Okay, so the first thing they will ask you is, please send your brand guidelines. Okay, brand guidelines. It's a document, small document, which will have all these elements. So first thing, you will be sending them brand guidelines, and along with that, your logo itself. So they will first go through the brand guidelines to understand what is your rule to use your logo. Accordingly, they will implement in the brochure. Okay, so this is about clear space. Okay, we will see it in depth again. Don't worry, just keep this in mind right now. Okay, now whenever you create a logo, you also need to consider your logo might be used on top of a dark background or light background. Okay, so in case, see, in our logo, the club has got a different color. Say it's a pinkish color. Okay, so if the background is going to be pink, that pink, my that lettering club is not going to be visible at all. Okay, so, and if it is going to be kept on black background, future intelligence as well as that circular thing is not going to be visible at all. So you need to give an option of white logo always. Okay, this white logo means it can be black or white against whichever color it is used. Okay, so in your brand guidelines, this has to be there. Okay, you give your logo. Again, you have to show, in case of these kind of scenarios, you can use my logo like this. And I will show you at the end actual brand guidelines, so you will understand this much better. Okay, now positioning. You cannot allow anyone to use your logo as they wish. They don't have any choice that way. Okay, the completely it is that is why it is called brand guidelines. Okay, so if at all someone wants to use a logo on a A4 artwork, they can place only at top left corner, as per this what I am showing now. Okay, you can have more than one option also. Like in the business card, I am showing two options. Either you can put it on top left or bottom right. You cannot move it on top right or bottom left. Okay, that's the rule I am writing. Okay, so this is fixed. While creating the guidelines, you will fix this, and that's it. Nobody can change it. Even you cannot change it, at least for 10 years. Normally companies change their brand guidelines once in 10 to 15 years. Okay, color. Next one is color palette. Okay, um, right. Now we got this pink as color in this club. Okay, the text club. Okay, that for that color, if that is going to be the brochure is getting designed in US. If I'm going to call someone or saying what's in WhatsApp or by mail, okay, use our pink. Okay, how he is going to use, there are at least 50-60 shades of pink, different color shades. Okay, how people the designer sitting there in US going to understand which shade he has to use. Okay, that's why we have a color palette, a color values. Okay, first that is called Pantone. Okay, Pantone is a company which consolidated almost all the colors available for in what we can use. Okay, so for each color they have given different numbers. Okay, for our pink, they have given the number 7416C. Okay, this is the number for this color. So if I write in even by WhatsApp, I can tell someone, you are my club color, the word club has to be in Pantone 7416C. That's it. He won't ask you back anything. Okay, so that is our primary color. Okay, and same color we can have CMYK. Okay, to understand this this bit, uh, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Instead of B, they used K because K stands for black in German language. Okay, cyan is a type of blue. Okay, magenta is type of red. Okay, yellow is yellow. K, I told it's for black. Okay, so this 7416C can be again represented by another mode, 0, 68, 48, 0. Okay, now what is this CMYK? Actually, this is meant for any printing. Okay, what if you pull any paper around you, wherever you are sitting, if you can take any print around you, if you have very powerful lens with you, if you can zoom as much as possible, you will be shocked to see only one of these four colors. Okay, only four colors you will be seeing. But as a magazine or print, you will be seeing nice photograph, so many colors mixed, like painted, or merged together, even for a face of a nice baby, whichever you see. There are so many colors printed together, but you'll actually, if you see an A4 sheet, there are so many dots across as a row, so many dots as a column. So it's a matrix, okay? So many thousands of dots across and so many dots down, okay? In this matrix, you will be seeing only one of these four colors. How they got mixed together is the system does. Actually, it's a different topic altogether. Let's not get deeper into it. We need more time to explain this. Yeah. So for now, just keep in mind, Pantone is there, and whatever you see in print, you have got only four colors on it. Mixture of these four colors gives you any kind of image. Okay. Same way, RGB. RGB is purely meant for digital representation, like what you see on your mobile, what you see on your laptop, any device, TV, any device, it uses RGB. Okay, actually, why we have two different is another question. CMYK actually it works very well with offset printing, and RGB works with digital printing, digital representation. Okay, that much you keep in mind for now, otherwise you'll get confused. Yeah. Okay, why why I'm talking about this now is, tomorrow you are going to design something. Okay, if you are going to use an image in your design artwork. Okay, if your image, you have to be very careful what mode the image is in. Okay, it will be either in CMYK mode or RGB mode. Hmm? If you work in Photoshop, you will know this. Okay, if you need to always know your end result. Okay, you are preparing something for social media post. Okay, then image has to be in RGB mode. It should not be in CMYK mode. Okay, again, if you are printing, designing something, some brochure. Okay, then it has to be only in CMYK mode. It should not be in RGB mode. Why I'm saying is, you will notice something. I'm talking about professional workflow. Okay, unprofessional workflow, they won't bother this. Okay, so result will be different in every platform. So we are not going there. I want you all to be professionals. Okay, so if you use wrongly the mode, what happens is the image color tone will definitely change. You will notice this. Okay, try to put more image, CMYK image in Facebook or in website, and see when you see on your device, I mean Photoshop or something, it will be different. When you place it there, it will be different. Okay, slight different, but that slight difference is difference definitely matters when it comes to professionalism. Okay, now, okay, and sorry, I missed out talking about mid-tone, high tone, dark tones. Okay, now we talked about brand color for a company, like that particular pink and black is our is the brand color for Future Intelligence Club. Now, with these two colors, no company will survive. We need more colors. People like color, especially children like you, like more and more colors. Okay, so in the beginning itself, while creating the brand guidelines itself, you need to define few more colors. as secondary colors. Okay, and so you can give that freedom, but that is limiting at that point. So if the guy sitting in US designing something, he can use your primary color, that is this pink. Apart from that, they can use uh, one of these secondary colors. Okay, nothing more than this. They are locked with this. Okay, they can't use whatever color they like in the artwork. This is how brand guidelines work. Okay, now fonts, which is another important topic. We again, brand guidelines strictly guides anyone to use only few fonts. Okay, in any form. Okay, so anyone who designs anything, they have to stick with what is given in the guidelines. Now, we have used a special font called accidents. All right, this is a nice font we for the company found. Future Intelligence Club felt, okay, this could be it can be anything, but it has to be decided while creating the brand guidelines. Once that is fixed there, it's like marked on the stone. That's you cannot change anymore. Okay, so any headlines, if this company says, they can use only accidents. Okay, body text for headlines, they allow to use accidents, and for the body text, they are allowing to use open sans. Okay, it's another font. Okay, you can have two different fonts. Okay, for systems, again, you need to have a different font. Okay, this open sans, accidents, these kind of fonts are special fonts. Actually, it's all these fonts we need to buy from certain companies. Okay, you can't there is no free download for accidents and those kind of special fonts. Okay, when you send your artwork, you design something in software, Illustrator or InDesign or any other software, even Word format, if you have used used these fonts, and if you send this Word file to someone sitting in Australia to work further on it. Okay, when they open, what happens is they will first try to the system will try to find that font is there in your system or not, already installed or not. If it is not installed, what it will do is it will replace the font with the system's default font. Okay, normally every system will have, when you buy a laptop, by default there will be one font assigned as a default font, and normally it is Times New Roman or something like that. Okay, so it won't even tell you I am replacing your font with this. Okay, but the graphical softwares like InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, it will tell you at least I am changing. Okay, but these ones, Word, those kind of things, they won't even tell you. The problem is, you could have spent lots of time aligning very nicely, moving 1 mm little bit this side, that side, to look better and all that. But when the font changes, it will every font has got different sizes. Okay, so it might push down, maybe even sometimes it will go to the next page. Okay, so that kind of things will happen. All right, so for this reason, uh, you have to have system fonts separate. Okay, like Calibri, Tahoma, Arial, All these fonts are normally there in the system, any system you buy. Okay, so so system font has to be different, and yeah, that's how it should be. Okay, I think normally I break in between and keep the conversation going. How shall we keep going like this, Gaurav?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope they are not bored because I'm continuously talking. It's okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All right. So now let's talk about another important element, imagery. Okay, photos, pictures. Okay.
Rex, sir, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes.
There are still students who are not listening and annotating. Can you please do the setting? We cannot do that. So you have to go in the screen sharing options and tell stop annotation.
Stop. Now select text. How to? I'm not seeing stop any.
By going on a share screen option, you can.
In the screen share button, which is there, the arrow.
Yeah.
Please, students, don't do it.
Start video participation. New share. Pause share. Annotate.
Yes,
Or
stop annotation.
go to more because at last there is a more option, more named option. So from there you can disable.
Okay. Disable attendee annotation. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Disable that.
I did that. Clear. Clear.
And clear this, which they mess they have
Right.
created.
Okay, I did that. Now.
Can you just
Okay.
clear this drawing also? Yeah, yeah, better.
All right.
You can start.
Yeah. So now the another interesting factor. Uh, yeah. Another interesting thing. Images. Okay. Um, oh. Um, okay. Images. All right. Now you are seeing two different kinds of images here. Okay, one is actual photographs. Okay, another one is illustrations. Okay, it can be called as infographic, whatever. Okay, so both are nice to have. Okay, but you need to have a discipline. I want to mention something here now. The brand guidelines is nothing but a discipline. Okay, so very strict discipline in whatever you are going to do further. So as far as images are concerned, some companies like banks, insurance companies, or any those kind of companies which is very serious about their business. I mean, serious in the sense gives wants to give confidence to people by their presence, their products, their services. Okay, they always opt for normally opt for actual images, actual photographs taken in their operations or whatever it is. Okay, so that psychologically gives confidence to people. Okay, this is actually happened. That's how it connects with people. Okay, on the other hand, there is another completely a different segment where infographics, illustrations are can be used. This actually connects with mostly to young community, because they always want to see bigger things in smaller format. Say, actually, infographic is a very important, powerful tool. Um, Basically, even 100-page book can be shown, the whole content can be shown in one A4 page with infographic. Okay, infographic is nothing but these kind of, right side you are seeing some girl sitting typing something, and a girl giving some document to another guy. So these kind of friendly representations. Here you can put your text, very one or two words text, extract from the entire book, and place in brief in around them, okay, to look better. So by one glance, people can just have that, look at that, and get complete idea of what is there in the entire book. They need not sit and study the entire book. They can easily get what is there in the book. Okay, so this is how infographic works. So illustration, this is nothing but illustrations. For this you need a different skill. You need to be bit of an artist. Illustrator is the wonderful tool which is used to create these ones. So you will love it if you are an artist. Okay, by the way, if you are too good in this, you can earn so much, because lots of people are required in this industry. Okay, so if you are an artist, try to develop this skill. All right. So companies like banks and those kind of companies, they will, I'm just giving bank as an example because that fits well. They use actual images, photos, for their business. Uh, Anything to do with casual, friendly movies, so those kind of things, this is used. So you can also use both together, but you have to define in your brand guidelines. You for these kind of scenarios, use images, actual images. For these kind of scenarios, use infographics. Okay, I mean illustrations. Okay, so that's how images work. Okay, now tone of voice. This is another important factor you have to define in your brand guidelines. um, See, it can when you, even if you write a story or whatever, you always need to fix something like passive voice, means someone, you are telling them, or someone is telling you, that way. Okay, so this consistency should be there in any collateral, even for years to come. Okay, whatever you are fixing, it will be followed for 10 years. At any, even your Australia office is producing something, and India office is producing something, it will all have the same tone of voice. Okay, because it's all defined in the brand guidelines. Okay, so be friendly is one way of looking at it. So always, nowadays this has become very popular now, because all the companies, even serious companies like banks, they started using this method, being friendly. So some companies, like very strong engineering kind of companies, they're business to business. They always have, they never go for friendly tone. They are always serious, because their clients are another business people, not retail. So so you have to define clearly what kind of tone you need to fix with. Okay, you will understand this much better when I show the actual guideline. Okay, and listen to the customer's need. Gaurav could have taught you about social media, Facebook, all those things. So I'm sure you are familiar with those social media. Now, okay, in 20 years back, 30 years back, advertising was only one way. Okay, company can throw something on TV or radio or newspaper or magazine. People can see it. They can't come respond to you. They can only consume, or they can only receive. Okay, but now advertising completely gone into digital marketing, digital media. So it's purely two-way. Okay, when you say something, immediately someone is going to respond to you back. So you have to consider that while creating whatever you are creating. Okay, so immediately and you should have something called Q and FAQ, frequently asked questions, for customer service people to respond. Like when you post this, what people might ask you. Okay, so someone might ask me question 1, question 2, question 3. Okay, in your opinion. Okay, then if that question is asked, what answers should be given back? Okay, you should not sit and think at that time, what we shall answer for this question. Okay, so that much work you have to do while creating anything. All these has to be captured in brand guidelines. Okay, so this is about actually the brand guidelines. Now I'm going to show you actual guideline. Okay, okay, this is actual guidelines of the company Slack. Okay, Slack is a company which has got collaboration platform. Okay, collaborate with various entities in the company. Okay, so I'm just running through only important ones I want to show you. Okay, okay, one thing you need to know, okay, how you are going to start building your brand guidelines. Okay, um, uh, if it is your father's company or your own company, or some client is asking you to build a brand guidelines for their company. Okay, first question you must ask them is, please explain your business to me. Okay, so you have to politely sit with them, understand what their services are, product is, everything. You have to politely understand. Okay, you take as much notes possible. Come back, sit, and do lots of research, like their competitions, how they are performing. So you have to, it's not just like writing this font can be used, this image can be used. Not at all there. First your job starts here. Okay, you have to understand their business, you have to know their competitors. All this has to be first considered. Then for their business, you as a guideline expert, you need to understand for their business what are the challenges. Okay, and what are the solutions, and what is the result if the solution is when they when someone uses these solutions, what will be the result. Okay, this much research you have to put in first. Okay, that comes of course this goes for approval from the company owner, so or the management team. So they will come back and say, okay, this is right, wrong, you modify like this, like that. Okay, so that has to be captured. Now so brand values, we saw that in the beginning, how McDonald's, or any other company, okay, connects emotionally with their clients, okay. So that is the most important thing in branding, okay. So here Slack has captured 6 elements, okay. Empathy means seeing from their point of view. Courtesy, so this is just an example, okay. So like this you have to build the value elements first, okay, second, okay. Then I'm just running through to show you important ones, okay. Now when you create a logo, okay, you cannot simply put squares, rectangles, or draw freehand, all that. You will be shocked to see any professional designed logos. It might look very drawn with freehand, but they will be they could have gone through these kind of grid system, okay. The reason is, see here what you are saying is 19 by 19 grid you are seeing, okay, 19 rows, 19 columns. So every element what you see fits in within the grids, okay. So why we have to use this is, your logo, you never know where it will be used, okay. It will be maybe as small as this thing, an icon in a web browser, okay, or it can be blown up so big on a hoarding on the roadside, very big, okay. So bigger size, no issues. You can have your logo however you want, but when it comes to smallest size, the monitors or mobile phones, all these works in grid system, okay. So it's all called pixels, you know, pixels, I believe, okay. So pixels are nothing but what you are seeing here, the grids, okay. In this grid, if your logo is not fitting within the grid, result will be different. It will look jagged, or it will look it will definitely look from the original logo. So if you consider the grid while designing the logo itself, it will be perfect, okay. There is no scope for change of look, okay. And okay, their future intelligence club logo example I shown you 25% around, okay. See here, they have got one full logo size around, okay, icon size around. They want to keep that space as free, okay. So, and again, another thing you're saying, they are allowing two different logos like this, okay. The icon on top, Slack written down. These two are allowed. They are giving it in the guideline itself, okay. So okay, minimum size in any print, they are saying 0.28 inches. Don't you, nobody can make it smaller than that on any print, okay. So that's how you have to mention. The maximum really doesn't matter. Minimum, it can be only this much. They can't, nobody can make it smaller than this. So this we saw in black background, the different colored backgrounds, how variations can be used. With this we saw. See here, this is more important. Your part of the logo alone cannot be used anywhere. nobody should be allowed to make a transparent logo. Okay, nobody can touch it. So you can see different color shades of your logo, outline of your logo, only the logo squashed, or only the icon area rotated a little bit, none of, and drop shadow of the logo. Okay, it is not allowed. Normally designers make this mistake. They put drop shadow for a logo. Okay, it's not a okay. If brand guidelines doesn't say you should not, you can do it, but normally corporates doesn't allow this. Okay, so, and primary colors, we saw secondary colors. See, these are so many secondary colors this company has for their own reason. So in that we saw only 3 secondary colors we had. So it doesn't matter, but normally only 3 or 4 colors will any company will have as secondary colors. See, in this artwork, they have used so many colors, but none of the color is other than what you are seeing here. So using only these secondary colors, you can come up with any design. Okay, fonts, we saw various fonts. So headlines, and font size also, you have to be very strict with. Wherever they want to use a headline, they can use at 36 points. Okay, secondary headlines can be only 24 points. A body text always 10 points. Okay, they can't use 11 points, 9 points, nothing like that. So it's uniform in anywhere it is getting and designed. Okay, and see, any artwork what you do, always will have consistency. Design wise, nobody will disturb you, but guidelines will be very strictly followed in terms of consistency. Okay, and if the company has like iPhone, iPad, so these kind of conventions are very common. So Slack has got 3 more business lines. They have university, advocates, platform. So these are 3 business lines they have. So this is how any business line logo can be written. Okay, so no other way you can't put platform down, advocates down. Okay, so this is how it is. And icons, again, in your page, you will be using lots of icons. You have to define whether it has to be filled color or outlines like this. Okay, so that has to be defined. Once that is defined, that has to be followed as it is. And video, again, if any company produces a video, it always you can define from the chair till the head, it has to be shown, and always their name has to come on the left hand side bottom, like this only. So if blank background has to be used, the person has to be captured from till their hand stretched down. So this has to be fixed. So any video getting produced in Australia, US, or India, always it will be the same. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. Gaurav?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll take the question answers. I will say the questions I have noted down. So the first question is this fonts fixed in the brand guidelines? So the fonts
Yes.
above, so we mentioned that in our brand guidelines.
Yes, yeah. While creating the brand guidelines, we will mention that, and it's fixed for at least 10-15 years for that company.
Okay, one more question. Once the company decides initially to use the tone of voice or the fonts, so do they have to wait for 10 years? Like, is the 10 years is a fixed guideline? What if they want to change, and is there any compensation fee or something?
They should not change. That
Okay,
is the rule of brand guidelines. But
okay.
normally, what we can do is for few months they can use and see whether it works for
Hmm.
them, and freeze the brand
Okay.
guideline after 3 months.
Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay, okay. So you would suggest if you are a beginner, do not circulate the brand guidelines. Work on it for 5-6 months and check, the feasibility, and then profile of your brand guidelines.
Exactly. Even 1 year they can play with it and
Okay,
keep changing and all that. But once it is fixed, then that has to be maintained for 10 years to get the brand value in place.
okay, okay. So this is the place I think where the agencies or they help brands to formulate the values. So this is the lot of work we can learn from how these businesses do for the brands.
Exactly.
And this is
Exactly.
something which would be different for different company. It could not be a standard format which anybody could learn. One more question
Exactly.
coming up is which tool is good for making a logo for a beginner?
Illustrator.
Illustrator. Okay.
So,
Um,
but Illustrator cannot afford anyone. Any student cannot afford Illustrator because it's start from the pricing levels.
Yeah.
So there is somebody who has asked that can they use Logo Maker and get the paid version? Recently, Shopify had launched a tool which helps in creating free logo. Will this be a good idea for a beginner to create a good logo?
Sure, they can. Only challenge would be
Hmm.
okay. At the moment, they can use like Shopify, whatever they
Hmm. Hmm.
can use.
Hmm.
But at one stage, when possible, if they earn well and afford
Yeah.
to get Illustrator, I would suggest Illustrator because uh, uh, I shown you grid-based
Hmm.
logo creation, right?
Yes.
All those are possible only when they use Illustrator.
Okay. And then one more thing is grid rule. There was one question. Is it necessary to equal both grid, like the horizontal and vertical, or it is flexible?
Sorry,
Horizontal and the vertical, the grid should be equal, or it could be something else also.
it is always same. Means in A4 page or screen,
Mhm.
always the pixels that one square's dimension is the same.
Mhm. One more question coming up is there any particular software or a website that helps in making brand guidelines?
um, there is no software for this because it's a
Yeah.
document what we can prepare.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can even
But are
use
there any templates available?
lots of templates. If you Google, lots of templates available.
Okay. Okay. As a logo maker for a company, as a freelancer, what things do we need to keep this in mind? So I think whatever sir mentioned regarding the fonts, regarding the color tones, all these will be a very good starting point for the freelance to begin with. So one thing, if you could summarize that this is the thing with the freelancers should not miss on it. The other could be learned by them on a later stage. But to start with, one thing which they should obviously stick to it. What could be that one advice?
Um, I will suggest, yeah, first thing first, they need to understand the business first. Okay, that is most important. and do some research. Take 1 or 2 days time to understand similar businesses, how they are performing, what their USP is. I mean, how they have positioned their logo in the market. Uh, so they should understand that first, and then they have to bring. Define, okay, for this business, this is the market, these kind of, and there is some color psychology is there actually. All those I could not cover today.
Yeah, yeah.
So each color there is a psychology behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
if it is children, we
Yes.
use teenagers for them different, those kind of
Mm.
things they
Correct,
can
correct.
keep in mind.
Okay, one question coming is, should your logos be registered? Sir, please guide us where and how to register.
Yes, patent. You have to patent your logo. Okay. For initial stages, I won't. You don't have to worry that much. But definitely, once you are going full on, then you have to register, patent your logo. For that, you can just Google and check in India where
Yeah,
how to patent
the
my logo.
trademark registration has to be done under the this thing. Okay, one question coming up is, which video maker you used to create the video which you played in the beginning of the class?
Okay, actually, I use Premiere, Adobe Premiere, which
Adobe
is
Premiere.
yeah. But After Effects is another very good tool. Premiere is more of image, actual video editing thing. But
Mhm.
this one, these things we can do it in of After Effects, those kind of things.
Okay. How to create brand mission statement?
Brand mission, that's what after understanding the business, and understanding the competitions and what the company wants to what how the company wants to position themselves in the industry. Then they have to come up with brand mission. It's mostly working along with vision mission statement of the company itself, okay, which will be already existing. So you have to it has to be parallel with that. It should not be contradicting with that. So that's why they need to understand the business first.
Okay. How does graphic designing can play a role in digital marketing? How important is and should they go ahead in taking more specialized training in learning Illustrator or Photoshop or something like that?
Yes, actually, I would say going forward, either each one of our boys and girls will be going into either filmmaking or social media marketing or print media, whatever it is. But for all these, the parent topic is graphic design. Basically, if they take I mean this knowledge, graphic design knowledge, will definitely get applied in all of this. Okay, so whichever industry line they want to take, let they I would suggest let them go for proper graphic design course and do it
Hmm.
properly. That will definitely help. And
Okay.
softwares, three softwares they need to know when they want to get into graphic design: Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. Normally people say I know Photoshop. Okay, Photoshop is only for editing images. Actually, text
Hmm.
and any other element should not be used inside Photoshop. So
Hmm.
Illustrator is meant for vector. Other graphical work. InDesign is the software in which the image has to be pulled and text has to be typed, and elements created in Illustrator has to be pulled. So a complete assembling has to be done only in InDesign, not in Illustrator
Correct.
or this thing.
Okay, nice. So does branding help in improving the SEO, that is the search engine optimization of the company?
Okay, branding and SEO actually doesn't affect each other, to be frank with you, but because SEO is all about optimizing actually it conflicts. In fact, it
Hmm.
conflicts. What happens is in a web page, the web designer uses all his efforts to put the page properly as per guidelines.
Hmm.
But SEO expert will come and say, I want to change this entire title to be like this. Then
Hmm.
only SEO will work fine. But it will be affecting the page design itself. So these two guys will be always fighting at each other.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Correct, correct, correct.
Yeah.
One question, while making content, if we use any source content like the Google images or any images from the websites, do we need to mention the source, or what is the ethical rule to go ahead by using the stock images, paid or free?
Yes, very good thing. For ethically, we are not supposed to take anything from Google, okay, no, completely, unless there are certain websites they allow us to take, like um, uh, flip photos, something like that. So they say authors, artists, they give photos to take freely. Okay, only from there we can take freely. Otherwise, as you rightly mentioned, certain companies, like there is one website called pbase.com, which is a collection of artists, photographers all around the world. They take stock photos kind of and dump there, and they always say, wherever you want to use it, but put a courtesy of my name here. And so that they certain sites does that also. Other than that, by googling you find some good image, you cannot copy paste and use it. You are actually, if the company has all the rights to sue you also, because they spend lots of money taking photographs.
Correct, correct. So a very good suggestion for the coming newcomers and freelancers. Be very careful, or at least give them the rights for it if you've used it. Mention their name and give them the credit for it.
Yeah,
Any
but
further question?
Shutterstock.com,
Yeah.
istock.com, these are the professional companies where, but you have to pay for each
Yes.
image. Yeah.
Yes. 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 Any further questions? I'll just check the Facebook page. One question from my end. Unsplash is where we don't have to pay. Okay, we will check out Parul. Um, in which platform did you make today's presentation? I really liked it.
InDesign.
InDesign. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we've covered all the questions. I would like to give you a hearty vote of thanks for sharing so much valuable information, because
Thanks.
students
Thanks.
have learned so much during this 1 month of course we have done with them, but giving them a view from a professional's end point of view who has been working in this field for around 20-30 years, and getting an insight from them is a really touching thing, and really a way to take forward from today's session, that they don't have to miss on this on any part, and we have to these things in mind and start in a professional way. Like you said, you wish that everybody becomes a professional. Freelancer is how they started with, but you wish everybody works in the professional way. And with this professionalism, I feel a big thank you to you, to the Future Intelligence Club in Dubai. And if you could just share some few words about the work you're doing with Future Intelligence Club, and how our students and participants could gain some more information from them.
Yes, Future Intelligence Club is created for youngsters and teenagers and even working professionals. We call it as a club where we want them to come and collaborate and grow. The basic idea is we understood the skills what we know now, like graphic design, social media marketing, various skills, artificial intelligence, robotics, whatever we talk about today, it's going to change drastically in next 10 to 15 years. Yeah. So we are constantly researching on new skills that are coming up in next 10-15 years, when our boys are coming out of college for the job market. And we found 40% of the jobs what we see now are
Mm,
not going to be there in next 10 years.
mhm,
So but
mhm,
on the other hand, completely new jobs are emerging, which is the
mm.
words even not formed yet. So we are working on those constantly and want to deliver to them.
Correct, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
so I would just um, wish all the students the all the best. We shall be sharing the test link on the group chat and our WhatsApp groups, so that you can give the test, and then we can start deciding and taking forward the certification process. I would also like one of Chitra or Riti to speak about how did you like the sessions from day one till today's day. So Gaurav, if you could unmute Riti. Riti, can you just raise your hand? Riddhi Salot, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Gaurav, can you unmute? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Riddhi, over to you.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so very much, first of all, for actually conducting this session. This was one of the most informative sessions that I've attended, and it was very easy to understand as well. And the best part was you guys were so very cooperative since day one. It was like back to it brought back memories of my school. Actually, it was very informative, and to be honest, it actually added on to the points which we had already. The basic points were already covered, but you guys actually guided us to a professional base. Like, this is how you can actually start earning in future.
Mhm.
So this was,
Mhm.
and the tests that followed actually made us more like thorough with everything that we'd learned in the session. So thank you so
Okay,
very much
thank
for
you.
this.
Yes, yes. Okay, one more just an information that we are coming up with our basic accounting and a tally training course for you for the next month. This is also going to be a certificate course, and you could join that. So Gaurav will just play a teaser for this, so you can just have a look. Gaurav, is the sound on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Rex sir, you can. I will also share the link. Rex sir, you can wish the students for their future, and then we go ahead with the test.
Oh, thanks, and all the best, all the students here. Wish you all the best, and we will be connected. Actually, Venkat ji, who is listening to this now, he is the founder of both the organizations, Future Intelligence Club and Sampoorna Shiksha. So we are going to be connected in future, so we can work
Yes,
closely.
yes,
And I love Gaurav so much. I admire his presentation skill always. And thanks, Pushpa ji,
yes,
Vaidhi
yes.
ji, all of you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Gaurav, can you unmute Venkat sir, Pushpa
Yeah.
madam, and Lata? Yeah. So,
Venkat sir,
and
continue
Yeah,
your.
yes, yes, sir, you can speak.
yeah. Good evening to all of you, and very good session. And actually, life is meant for learning every day, and we have to move ahead in life. Actually, that is the whole motto of education. So, life is a continuous process; it doesn't end, and it has to add value to ourselves and add value to others. Once you learn, you have to share the learning, and that is what is the aim of Sampoorna Shiksha. Sampoorna Shiksha's aim is first educate yourself, and education is the best of wealth. So the wealth has to be distributed. And with this motto, we all started. And I personally feel that Rex, who is from Dubai, taking his precious time out, I really thank him. And Gaurav also, same way, like he has really put a lot of effort in conducting the course. So you all have to really work out how we can move ahead. And we are all with you, and we are available 24 by 7. And you can definitely write on the WhatsApp group. Our contact is available with you all. And definitely we will support you in whatever way we can. And we wish you all the best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you. So, even I and entire team from Sampoorna Shiksha would like to give hearty vote of thanks to Gaurav and Rex sir and Naira, who are our presenter for the guest sessions. And yes, we are all there for you. Please stay in touch with us. Follow us on Facebook. You will start getting the updates. Now I invite our principals, maybe Lata or Pushpa, to speak a word, and then we start with the test.
Good evening, everybody. I know that you all had a wonderful session with Gaurav, Rexer, Naira, and today also Rexer has taken his valuable time from his busy schedule and given us a wonderful session here today and helped you all with everything. Whatever doubts, whatever questions you had in your mind regarding, and also his great wishes that you all will become professionals one day and come back to us. So you can then contribute to Team Sampoorna Shiksha after you all have become great professionals in your field. Wish you all the best for the same, and wish you all the best for your exam now, test now, so that you can rise higher, soar higher, and fly very high. Thank you.
Gaurav, can you come online and share your experience? Also, I want you to tell students how they can get certification from Google in this field of digital marketing from the platform of Digital Garage, which is a free platform by Google. So, Gaurav, just come online and share your views.
Yeah. Okay.
आपको कैसा लगा?
Yeah. तो गाइस सभी को स्क्रीन दिख रही है?
Yes, go ahead.
या सो मैंने एक्सपीरियंस कहाँ से लिया है? मैंने स्टार्टिंग की अपनी ट्रेनिंग से, बिकॉज ट्रेनिंग बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है आज की लाइफ में। तो पहले आपको कहाँ जाना है? आपको जाना है गूगल डिजिटल गराज, बिकॉज आजकल डिजिटल मार्केटिंग की काफी डिमांड है मार्केट में, एंड गूगल अभी फ्री सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा है। सो आप लोग को भी अपना बेस्ट देना है, बिकॉज मैं जहां जहां भी सेलेक्ट होता हूं अपने सर्टिफिकेशन और अपने हार्ड वर्किंग के वजह से ही सेलेक्ट होता हूं। बिकॉज जब आपके पास सर्टिफिकेशन होगा, आप उस चीज को पढ़ेंगे और आपके पास उस चीज की नॉलेज होगी। ओके, तो आपको कहाँ जाना है? गूगल डिजिटल गैराज पहले आज सर्च करना है, बिकॉज तभी आपको एक बेस्ट जगह इंटर्नशिप मिलेगी। इंटर्नशिप क्यों मिलेगी? क्योंकि आपने गूगल से सर्टिफाइड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग की क्लास की हुई है। सो आपको पहले क्लिक करना है गेट स्टार्टेड पे। सो यहाँ पे क्या ओपन हो रहा है? कोर्स लिस्ट। सो सभी बिजनेस से रिलेटेड कोर्स हैं। ओके गाइज, सो मैंने ये कोर्स किया हुआ है, अभी आपको सर्टिफिकेशन भी दिखाऊंगा। सी गाइज, ये आपको कोर्स मैंने यहाँ पे 100% स्कोर किया था। और अभी मैंने आज सुबह में माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का सर्टिफिकेट मेरे को मिला है, बिकॉज मैंने वहाँ भी अच्छा एक स्कोर किया है। सो अभी मैंने वो सर्टिफिकेट अभी अपने टीम के साथ भी नहीं शेयर किया, बिकॉज वो काफ़ी प्राउड मोमेंट था कि माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का मैंने इजीली क्रैक किया। क्यों इजीली क्रैक किया? क्योंकि मैं हमेशा बेसिक्स के ऊपर, आपको भी ध्यान देना है जैसे कि मैंने हमेशा बेसिक्स के ऊपर ध्यान दिया। और आजकल आप लोगों को बहुत खुशी होगी ये जान के, बिकॉज इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने ये डिसाइड किया है कि सिर्फ इंडियन एप्स या इंडियन प्लेटफॉर्म ही इंडिया में चलेंगे। तो इससे बढ़िया मौका आपको नहीं मिल सकता है कभी भी ग्रो करने के लिए। सो ये बहुत
गौरव,
ही
ये कोर्स के बारे में बता सकते हैं, इसका लेवल कितना है, डिफिकल्ट है, और हमने जो बच्चों को सिखाया है उनसे क्या ये कोर्स कर सकते हैं?
जो भी मेरा बेसिक कोर्स डिजाइन था, स्टूडेंट्स आप लोग ध्यान से सुनना, ये बिगनर कोर्स है। यहाँ से आप इजिली इंटर्नशिप कर सकते हैं और किसी छोटे कंपनी के लिए काम कर सकते हैं। बिकॉज मैंने यहाँ तक ही नहीं, मैंने काफी हायर लेवल भी किया हुआ है, बिकॉज मैं एक टेक्निकल फील्ड से रिलेशन रखता हूँ। सो आपको भी काफी मेहनत करनी है अभी सब। जब आप बिगनर कोर्स करेंगे सो आपको क्या चीज का पता चलेगा? सी यहाँ पे काफी मॉड्यूल्स हैं जो कि एक बिजनेस रन करने में हेल्प करता है। ये फुल्ली इंग्लिश है, सो आपको वेल प्रिपेयर्ड रहना चाहिए, बिकॉज ये गूगल का सर्टिफिकेट है और ये काफी यूज होगा आने वाले समय में जब आप इंटर्नशिप के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे या आप किसी कंपनी के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे तब भी, बिकॉज आपके पास वो पूरी नॉलेज हो जाएगी बिगनर टू एडवांस। बिकॉज इसमें सब कुछ है, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे 26 मॉड्यूल है। मैंने इसको 20 आवर्स में कंप्लीट किया था, बट ये कितने आवर्स का प्रोग्राम है? ये प्रोग्राम है 40 आवर्स का, सी ईयर। और ये सर्टिफिकेशन फ्री है, सो आप लोग इजिली कर सकते हैं।
क्या आप आपका सर्टिफिकेट शेयर कर सकते हैं हमारे साथ स्क्रीन?
मेरा सर्टिफिकेट आप लोगों को शो हो रहा है?
Yes. Okay. So I would request all the participants कि आप लोग भी ये प्लेटफॉर्म जब तक it is free, otherwise Google almost comes with paid versions only, or it's not available for everyone. So go it, enroll for it, उसे learn करिए and get motivated in your journey. It's a very great platform. Okay, Gaurav, your experiences, and then we move on to final the test link.
गाइस, मैंने ये सर्टिफिकेशन को
आपका एक्सपीरियंस रिगार्डिंग द डिजिटल शिक्षा प्रोग्राम जो हमने संपूर्ण शिक्षा के साथ किया।
ओके, ये काफी अच्छा एक प्लेटफॉर्म रहा मेरे को, जो मेरी मेहनत के बाद मिला। बिकॉज जब मेरा यहाँ सिलेक्शन हुआ था तो वो मेरे काम को देख के ही सिलेक्शन हुआ था। ओके गाइस, सो यहाँ पे मेरे को सबसे बड़ा मेरे को ये प्लेटफॉर्म यहाँ पे मिला हुआ कि मैंने आपके साथ कनेक्ट किया, मैंने अपना एक्सपीरियंस आपके साथ किया, साझा किया। सो मैं यही कॉन्फिडेंस रखता हूँ कि आप भी मेरे से बेस्ट करोगे आने वाले फ्यूचर में। सो हम लोग जो हब डेवलप कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे आपके साथ हम लोग काम कर सकें। और इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे जुड़ने का सबसे बड़ा मेरा ये फायदा रहा, बिकॉज जब कोई बड़ी कंपनी आती है और वो मेरा काम चेक करती है तो मैं यहाँ की वीडियोस उन कंपनीज को शो कर सकता हूँ कि मेरे पास ये एक्सपीरियंस है। तो आप भी मेरी तरह, मैं हमेशा आपके लिए 24/7 हेल्प करने के लिए रेडी हूँ। या तो वो आपके स्टार्टअप्स में हो, बिकॉज मेरे अभी 2 स्टार्टअप्स चल रहे हैं। एक स्टार्टअप मेरा खुद का है जो कि है टेकवर्स IT सोल्यूशन, और दूसरा स्टार्टअप है ऑस्ट्रेलिया का जिसके लिए मैं वर्क कर रहा हूँ। सो गाइज, आप लोग भी मेरी तरीके से जो भी मेरा कोर्स अभी तक डिजाइन हुआ है उसको फॉलो करके आप भी एक्सपीरियंस ले सकते हैं, बिकॉज मैंने काफ़ी रिसर्च करने के बाद कोर्स की डिज़ाइनिंग की थी। तो जो भी आप लोग को हेल्प चाहिए होगी मेरे से, आप लोग मेरे को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू गाइस।
Okay, wishing you all the best, and we start with the test. And the test link,
या ओके
okay, yeah, group पे डाल देते हैं. Even your chat also in the group also. Okay.